Good morning. My name is Tribe Biodotola DTM, the anchor of Capital Solution and Academy. This morning, I'm taking you through how to make your own waterproof and everlasting, long-lasting sorting table and counting table. These are some of the equipment as a cartridge farmer that you need for a regular sorting. Because I normally advise if you are ever, especially if you are sorting on an 18 pond, at least you need 3 times of sorting before you leave them. But if you are using a surface pond, at least you need to sort your fishes every single month, depend on how the growth rate is. So today, because I normally preach on sorting table and counting table, I try to design a sorting table in our own workshop here. We designed the one that is waterproof because most of the sorting table around are wooden sorting tables, which are a tendency they are not water resistant. That means it can fall off. Water can damage it any time. So this time I tried to design a sorting table and a counting table that it is waterproofed. It is a mix of aluminium material and wooden material. But the wooden material is a substance that is hidden that will not really be affected with water. So the aluminium will take care of all the places we make it waterproof. That means it can be tenancy, it can last longer. As you can see this now, this is a big sorting table and a counting table. It is durable. As you can see, it's very, very durable. So it's well designed and well packed. What we do is that there are 2 types of sorting table and counting table, depend how big it was. This one this one you are seeing now is what you are seeing here. It has a outlet. That means this is where you count your fishes out. You count your fishes out from here. That is the point 1. And it has another one here, which is the point 2. Means you count your fishes out from here, point 2. So, but sometimes you may this can be done by 2 individuals. That means 2 people can count fish with this. But with this one, I will design that I will show you. Only a single person can do the counting. This is what we call the double, and this is what we call the single. That is what we call the double and the single. So that means this one has an outlet. You can count your fishes. You can use the big one out from here, and you can put out the small one from here. So one person can count on this. Is a single one. This is a double one. And another, we have one that it's meant for 4 people to do the counting. It's bigger and wider, depends. That one has an outlet here. It has an outlet here. It has an outlet here, and it has an outlet here. Here, conveniently, 4 people can use this. That means for 4 people can use this. You can bring out your fish from here. You can bring them out from here. You can bring them out from here. You can bring them out from here. So this one can be used by 4 individuals for their counting. But this one we are doing presently can be done by 2 individuals. But it is well compressed and firm, durable, tendency. As you can see it is very, very firm. What really happened is that we try to make up the base with wood in order to make it very, very firm. So I will tell you how I'm going to make the small one so you can just see how it is done. This is well firmed, and as you can see, all the side of it is being mortared. So they are mortared to give a firm job and a very, very neat job. This is a double counting table. You can see it's a very, very big counting table. So you can as well count from here. Another person can count from here. So you can divide this into 2. It is very, very easy the way you wanted it. So conveniently you can divide this by 2. So dividing by 2, one can count from here, and the other one can count from there. So, but if you are not using this gap, you can close this gap like this. You can use one. That means a single person can use this as well by closing this gap. You use all this alone to do the counting. So what you just do is that you put your valve here. You put your valves here with water, and you start your counting and sorting. This is very, very good. It's very, very easy to operate. The good thing about it is that look at the surface. The surface is very, very smooth. That means you will not have any scratch. If you are doing your sorting and counting on this kind of a table, the fishes will not have any scratch. And you know that if fishes have scratch, it heals to wound. When it gets to wound, that leads to cannibalism. So for that to affect all that cannibalism that can happen, so this is an area for you that we let go of that. And another simple design we made is that we try to put some holes. There's some holes here, there's some holes here, there's some holes here. What that does is that when much water is inside the table, it goes through the holes, but the fish will never go through the holes. That will go through the holes. So these are what we call a counting table and a sorting table. It's a waterproof sorting and counting table. So this can last for you in your farm for 10 good years. It has its lifespan at least for 10 good years. You may use it for 50 years, depend. But this, when you are using it in your farm, it is very, very tendency. Not that when you are using it, because all this wooden one, by the time water started soaking into it, by the time you use it for 2-3 months, they started fading off. But this conveniently can stand it for 1 year. It has a guarantee of 1 year. So after then, you can be managing your stuff. Depend on how you manage it in your farm. If you have a farm manager, depend on how they manage it. So today, I'll be taking you through how to make your home. That means DIY. Do it yourself sorting table. So follow me as I take you through the process. So what will happen is that this thing will be cut. This is the sheet we are using for this small one. So we are going to do the measurement, which has been done already. So by the time you do your measurements, so to get what you are doing, so this could give you, conveniently will give you 2 feet. You can see this is 2 feet, and the board is you can see that the board is 2 feet. So this alone will be placed there. And once it's placed here, you get your feet 2 feet, because this is what we're trying to achieve. We are trying to achieve a space here. As you can see, and we are trying to achieve a space here. And we are trying to achieve a space here. So what we do is that achieving a space here, we need our mortaring, because we need to mortar this in order for this to key into this. But before we do that, to retain the tendency and to make it very, very firm, we are using the wood to brace it. So I'll be taking you through how we do that now. So what we do is that to get the part from here, since this is going to be mortared from here, so we need to cut off this from here and do the mortaring. So what the first thing you do is that you cut it out. Once you cut it out, it's firmed. So after firming it, we will now cut it. But another thing we do is that we will try to make it very, very firm. So you need something like this to be in between. So that is what we use in nailing putting the nails. So all that should be ready. So we need for this, we need for this. So this is what we do. This is for this, in order to hold the nails, or else it may not work. This is for this, in order to hold the nail. So what we are going to do is that we are going to make sure that everything is well perfected and done. So after done, so that is where we started doing our schooling. We started holding it. but we must be very sure that all these are very firm. All these are very firm. So I'll be taking you through all the process that it is going. So you yourself, so I call it DIY, do it yourself waterproof sorting table. So this is why you can do your waterproof sorting table your own. But if you need an expert to do it for you, you can as well contact me in anywhere you are in Nigeria. Like I'm telling you, this one particular is going to Warri. Warri is in Imo State, so this is going to Warri. So I will be showing you the video how I will be sending it to Warri, because it's going with some very good seeds too as well. Our fast growing seeds. It's going with some water parameters kit too as well. It's going with some water parameter treatment too as well. So all the reagent, everything is ready. All the water parameters kit is ready. The fishes is ready. So by Sunday, because today is a Thursday, so by Saturday or Sunday, this will be going to the city of Warri. So if you are in Warri, in North, in anywhere, you can as well contact me so that we can make something of this for you. So join me as I take you through the process.